Meister Village, your boy Buckmeister, twice the nice that you used to show up Blemson, and today we are talking static. Issue number 2. So hi, if you're new here, my name is Buckmeister Cool from Meister Geek Media. I talk all sorts of geek media, from the comic books and the superheroes to the animes and the sci-fis and all of that good stuff. So please feel free to tickle that subscribe button and ring that bell button if you don't want to miss a video. So, getting into this static, as I've said, I'm a person who's been a long time Static fan. I've read everything Static. I've watched everything Static except for Young Justice because they did him bad in there. Don't at me, bro. But yeah, it's coming into this book, I'm seeing exactly what they're doing, and it's interesting. It's very, very interesting. This is a very, very grounded Static, not realistic because it's still superpowers and superheroes and everything. So yeah, but grounded would be the term, because they're really showing the long-term effects of something like the Big Bang, and also that being coupled with the riots and all sorts of things being compounded on top of each other. The way the characters are reacting in this, it does make sense. However, I'm going to say that I'm used to a more bouncy Static. I'm used to a more, upbeat Static. Like, the original comic books, they got dark. They really did. But, Static himself always seemed to be above the darkness. Whereas in here, it feels like he's swimming in it a little bit. And he needs to, maybe eventually he's going to start swimming above it. I hope. But for me, this thing that it's darkness central type of thing. For me, I understand, and I mean it's not bad writing. It's just the fanboy in me does want me to go back to Static Shock. We get a lot of interesting story choices. So again, if you're an old school Static fan if you're a long time Static fan like me, you'll see that they bring in certain characters from the lore of before, and they change them up enough. I mean, it makes sense because the characters that they're changing, one of them was very, very involved in Static's original origin. That feels weird to say. But here they change him up completely, and it's an interesting thing. That change, I was like, oh, okay, I did not see that coming. Another change with somebody that's very, very involved in Static's life, and she plays a heavy part in it, and she also gets a change. And I was just like, okay, did not see that coming either. Is this what we're doing? Hardware is in here, and the way they're working him into the story is a very, very interesting way. I like how his interactions with Virgil they're not a lot, they're kind of sporadic, but they're cool. And also it informs Static's intelligence in a way that's really cool. Think Iron Man and Spider-Man, but a less dependent Spider-Man. Like, Static is not clinging to Hardware's pants every 2 seconds like MCU Spider-Man is to Iron Man. And but yeah, there's still that synergy there, which I think is pretty interesting. I want to see exactly how they push that forward. Will we get like a Hardware Static book or something like that? That would be cool, in my opinion, if they do go in that general direction. But yeah, the more I talk about this book, the more I feel like Virgil is kind of a downer. I know he has good reason to be. We're only in issue 2 and all of that stuff. But I don't know, when it came to the original books, because they also start out pretty rough. They start out pretty messed up. In the original Static book, Static opens up with his loss to Hot Streak or something like that, and then he has to kind of go back in issue 2 and sort out, Hot Streak, and Hot Streak is bullying people and burning people on the block, and eventually Static has to find the courage in him to face him again. Which, I mean, in this particular run, they already kind of covered that because, Static doesn't back down type of thing, which is cool. It's good to see. I mean, it's not like he didn't have a backbone in the original comics. It's just that I think here it's way more pronounced. I would say. But like, yeah, he is very, very sullen in this, and I get why. But I'm just hoping, I'm just hoping that eventually we start getting some more jokes. Vita Ayala, please allow my boy to joke. Please allow my boy to start telling some jokes, some really, really funny jokes. Please allow my boy to do that. Don't Young Justice this man. Please don't Young Justice this man. Let him tell some jokes, please. There's also this issue that I'm seeing, and it's becoming more pronounced. And I hope Vita Ayala does, find a very cool way to write around it. I don't know. Maybe she's setting something up that I don't know. I'm not sure if that's the pronoun. Please correct me if the pronoun is different. But yeah, Vita Ayala, the way the writing is kind of unfolding, it does feel like Virgil doesn't have a secret identity. And that's becoming something that in like recent media, especially recent superhero media, where people care about, you know, like characters who have secret identities. It's becoming this thing of where we must discover the secret identity. Like it must be uncovered or whatever. Like if you look at Superman, you look at Wonder Woman, nobody really cares about their secret identities. Not even like the writers don't, the characters in their stories don't. It seems like it's fine. Whereas if you get to Batman, it's always who is Batman. Or you get to Spider-Man, it's always we gotta find out who Spider-Man is. And like I'm looking at you, PS4 Spider-Man and Batman Arkham Knight. Like, guys, people, the secret identities mean something. Like they're part of the iconic look, and they're there for a reason. This should not be as easily as discoverable as it is, and I'm seeing seeds of that in this static book, where people by now, in my opinion, by now, especially in the context that we live in with social media and all of that stuff, Virgil is not going to have a secret identity, and in his case, that is going to be detrimental. Like because his family is not superpowered. So I'm just saying that I hope Vita Ayala finds a way around that because that's a big potential problem that I feel like should be addressed at this point because somebody like the way internet works nowadays, we be getting videos of things where we're just like, who was recording? Like, who saw a bird, saw a snake, and said that bird's gonna pick up that snake? Let me get a video of this. That's the context that we live in. So with the events that have happened up until this point, especially with some of the events at school that are happening with Virgil, I feel like people are gonna know. So, like, and if people know, that means supervillains know. If supervillains know, that means the family's in danger. And if the family's in danger, it's a whole snowball effect. And I personally want my static to have his secret identity. So I'm asking. I mean, I'm not telling anybody how to write their stories because I'm gonna read it anyway. But I'm just saying, I'm just asking because again, I love the original comics, man, and I'm comparing these comics to those comics, and these comics are not subpar, but they're doing things where I'm just like, let's lead it, just the whole comic, just live it, just a tiny bit, please. Anyway, those are my thoughts on Static issue number 2. Again, good read. The art is phenomenal and fantastic. I don't know why I said it like that, fantastic. And yeah, I am liking where the story is going. And the ending is also pretty interesting to me. And it's going to be interesting to see how that feeds into future events in this Milestone 2.0 universe. But I am just asking if we can just incorporate some of the old elements because they're already incorporating other elements from like the cartoons. Like if you look at Richie's design, that is straight out of the Static Shock cartoon. You look at Frida's design, that's also pretty much straight out of the cartoon as well. So I know that these people are longtime fans of this property. I know that they're longtime fans of Static and longtime fans of the whole Milestone universe. So I do want to see some of that stuff, make a reappearance. Yes, keep it fresh, keep it new, write it for the new world that we're living in or the new context that we're living in. But yeah, dude, bring some of that stuff back. That's all I'm asking for. A little bit. Yeah, but still, pretty good read, and I would definitely recommend it. So what do you think, Meisterville? Let me know in the comment section down below. Talk us to your boy. How do you feel about the new static? Let me know. And if you're at this point in the video, I want to say thank you so much for getting to this point in the video. You are spectacular. Now, if you like this video, I got another one up here. I got a playlist down there, and I got an icon you can click on to subscribe. Remember to ring the bell if you do subscribe, and I'll see you all in another video, because Meisterman's gotta be out. Peace.